Hello and welcome all in this video. So we are going to discuss about the composite fish culture or polyculture. So in this video, there is a definition of composite fish culture, which are the key principles of the composite fish culture, which are the different type of species used in this purpose of composite fish culture. What is the objectives of the composite fish culture? Which are the indigenous major crops are basically used for this purpose of polyculture, and which are the exotic crops are used for this purpose, and lastly there is having advantages. So first of all, what is composite fish culture? So the composite fish culture, which is also called as polyculture and sometimes called as mixed culture, this is a freshwater aquaculture method where multiple compatible fish species with different feeding habits like some are surface feeder, column feeder, bottom feeders are raised together in a one pond, in a single pond. That is, different type of fish species are grown in a single pond, which is a mixed culture or polyculture. But that particular different type of fish species having different feeding habits. That is, some fishes are surface feeder, some are column feeder, some are bottom feeders. They cannot disturb to each other. So, this purpose of the composite fish culture to grow the different type of fish species in a single pond. Which are the key principles? So, here we can find that in key principles, first of all, full utilization. Different species occupy distinct ecological niche, that is top, middle, bottom of the pond, and feed on different food sources, preventing competition. We can use all the material, all that is that particular material available in that pond. So that is a full utilization of the pond. Second one, compatibility. Species must be fast growing, non-competitive for food and space, and thrive in the same pond condition. Which are the common species are used in this polyculture for this purpose of the polyculture or mixed culture? Here is having some example like Katla. Katla is belonging to the Indian major carp. This Katla is a surface feeder. Rohu again, Indian major carp. This Rohu is column feeder. Mrigal or common carp. This Mrigal again Indian major carp, which is a bottom feeder, or common carp, which is the exotic species, again bottom feeder. Some other like exotic species like silver carp, which is a plankton feeder. Basically, they can take the plankton for their food purpose, for the feeding. And some are weed fishes like grass carp. These are also exotic species. What is the objectives of the composite fish culture? First of all available niche are fully utilized. Second one, composite fish species do not harm each other. Third, no competition among different species in pond. Fourth, the entire type of food supply is utilized. Number 5, production increases 5 to 8 times than monoculture. Because in case of monoculture, there is having only one species of the fish is grown. So here the production increases up to 5 to 8 times. And sixth, fishes may have beneficial effect on each other. Then, which are the species, different species are cultured in this pond for the purpose of polyculture? That is, first of all, grass carp, which is called as Tinoferendon idella. This grass carp, it feeds on aquatic microphytes and grasses. The second one species, big head carp, that is Aristichus nobilis. It feeds on macroplanktons. Silver carp, that is Hypothalamithus mollitrix. It feeds on microplanktons. Common carp, that is Cyprinus carpio. It is an omnivorous and bottom feeder. Along with this, three major crops are also grown in that particular pond for the purpose of composite fish culture or polyculture. So, composite fish culture, in case of India, a full-fledged coordinated research project of ELCAR on composite fish culture was started in 1971 with one center in six major states engaged in fish culture. The centers are Andhra Pradesh, Haryana, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, and West Bengal. Mixed farming involves rational manuring and fertilization of pond as well as feeding the fish with the supplementary food consisting of oil cakes, ground nut cake, rice bran, white bran, etc. In India, mixed fish culture is an old practice and species like katla, which is a surface feeder, Levioroita, column feeder, Sirenam nigala or Levio calvosu, which are the bottom feeder, are generally stocked together in the same pond. Nowadays, in India, polyculture is progressing well in large ponds on commercial scale. In West Bengal, at Anjana Fish Farm, 4,000 kg per hectare per year production of fish has been recorded with Rohu, Katla and Mrigal. Hora and Pillai in 1962 proposed culture of Katla, Rohu, Mrigal and Kalbosu in proportion of 39 is to 50 is to 10 is to 10. Composite fish culture at Cuttack involved a maximum of 7 species, that is the grass carp, silver carp, katla, rohu, scale carp, mirror carp and tilapia in proportion of 25 is to 15 is to 15 is to 30 is to 40 is to 10 is to 15 respectively. Many more experiments conducted at Central Inland Fisheries Research Institute, that is CIFRI, and by ICAR, Indian Council of Agriculture Research, have indicated possibilities of high yield and income. Various combination experimentation chiefly include and selected for the composite fish culture. So here is the Indian major crops which are basically grown in that particular purpose of composite fish culture. Katla, again it is a surface feeder consuming zooplanktons. Lebioroita, which is called as rohu, it is a column feeder consuming algal forms, decaying plants, macrophytes. Serenum mrigala, which is again it is a bottom feeder consuming decaying plants and detritus. So they cannot disturb each other. Exotic carps like Cyprinus carpio, which is called as common carp, which is omnivorous and scavenger, feeding on both animals and plants. Tino, Parendon, Idella, which is a grass carp, feeds on macrovegetation like Spirodela, Lemna, Azolla, Hydrilla, Ceratophyllum, etc. Hypothalamiethus moltrix, which is called as silver carp, which is a surface feeder, feeds on phytoplankton. What is the stocking density for this purpose? In India, with improvement in management practices, the stocking density of 6 species of carps had been gradually increased from 5,000 to 6,000 fingerlings per hectare, which is a low input technology, to up to 8,000 fingerlings per hectare, which is intermediate input technology, to 10,000 fingerlings per hectare, which is a high input technology. A higher stocking density is about 15,000 to 25,000 of fingerlings per hectare through rational culture is being experimented out of CIFA. And finally, advantages of that particular composite fish culture. The factors which are considered useful for purpose complete utilization of natural and supplementary food and high productivity, like selection of suitable combination with respect to food selective combination of fish species with respect to food and feeding habits and their tolerance limit to various physicochemical and biological factors. Second advantage, stocking density of fingerlings stocked per hectare area of the pond. Third one, initial total weight of the fingerlings being released in the pond. And fourth, rate, kind and frequency of fertilization of pond. So this is all about the composite or polyculture of the fish. Thank you.